Hello everyone, this is the second video on how to connect your factory to the cloud. In the first video, we connected our setup to an edge device using Node-RED. Today, we are sending the vibration sensor signal to the cloud, connecting our PLC, an S7-1200 from Siemens, to Azure Iot Hub using KepserverEX and MQTT. So why MQTT and KepserverEX to send data to the cloud? Let's start with Kepware. It connects disparate sources from industrial automation data. Let's see some examples here. These are many of the available drivers from different vendors. It leverages OPC and other IT communication protocols, connect, manage, monitor, and control devices and apps. Now, let's go to MQTT. Extremely lightweight, increased scalability, ultra low bandwidth, and permission-based security. So very well suited for remote sensing and control. So let's start. It's going to take less than 10 minutes to get all the infrastructure in place. We're going to open the Azure portal. First, we will create a resource group so we can easily delete the whole thing after completing the tutorial with just one click. We enter the name, select the nearest region from our resource. In our case, France is the nearest region to Spain. Skip, okay, and create. So we enter our resource group and let's create our IoT Hub. Let's go find the IoT Hub resource. Create. Okay, France again. Enter a name. Let's say factory to cloud, for example. Next. We will skip the default. Okay, we will select the basic tier, which is more than enough for our purpose. It's only €8 a month. Okay, next, create. Okay, so I'm gonna pause now. Okay, and I enter the resource. So this is our host name. I'm gonna write it down because we are going to need it. Okay. Now we're going to create a new shared access policy. Gonna add. We're gonna check all the options. Gonna create. Copy the connection string primary key. I'm gonna write it down. Gonna need it as well. Next, we are going to create our device in Azure Iot Hub. For this, we are using the Azure IoT SDK called Device Explorer. I have the URL here and I will copy it in the video description. So let me see. We copy the URL and let's download the Device Explorer SDK. We click download it. Okay, next, complete. We open it. We need the primary key, the connection string that we copied. Copy, then the host name. We click update. We are good to go. Now we go to management, create. We enter a new device ID, vibration MQTT, and create. And we are done. Now we create the SAS token. We need to enter the TTL days, generate, and be careful. This is an example of a not user-friendly step. So look, we only need to use from that point, from the second share access signature word. So done. So we are good to go in Azure. So let's go to KepserverEX, download the server. We need to fill all this. I have it already downloaded. We click OK, next, OK, accept, OK. We leave all default settings. We open it. And here we go. First, we will create our connection channel. We are using a Siemens PLC standard TCP/IP channel. So it's named Siemens TCP/IP. We name it, for example, S7-1200. Then we select the network adapter that we are using in our connection. We leave the rest like that. Now we add our device. We select the model family and now write down the PLC's IP address. We leave the rest of the settings as default. That's it. Now we need to create our tag, in our case our vibration sensor. So we call it vibration sensor. We need to check the address for the sensor in the Siemens TIA portal. This is our signal normalization network, and this is the address of the normalized signal, which is DB1 DBD0. DB1 DBD0, okay. Now we will use the OPC Quick Client just to make sure we're getting data from the PLC. So let me start the motor so we can see some vibration signal. So yeah, we are good. So we can just close the client. Now we are going to create the IoT gateway to connect to Azure. Azure Iot Hub MQTT client. I've posted in the video description the URL of these instructions from a Kepware employee, which are definitely much clearer than the instructions from Microsoft on the Kepware official sources. So we will follow the instructions literally. First, we copy the URL from the tutorial. Notice that we use SSL instead of TCP. Then we just insert our previously copied hostname. For the topic, we do the same. We copy the syntax. Make sure that you include the last slash after the events. We look for our device ID and change it, vibration MQTT. And then security. We follow the instructions, so we need to use our device ID, and for the username we need the hostname / device ID. We do that. Now the SAS token that we copied, we go to the notebook, copy it, now we're going to add the tag. We select our PLC, vibration sensor. We're going to change the scan rate to 10 milliseconds, but this is up to you. And if everything went good, we should see that we are connected to the MQTT broker. So let's try turning on our electric motor to see some vibration. We can monitor the incoming data from within the Device Explorer in Iot Hub, in Azure Iot Hub. So we click monitor and we will start receiving data. Okay. We can check the data formatting, clicking message. We can see the syntax. Let's see if it matches. We can also check in the Azure Iot Hub portal in the dashboard. We're gonna select 1 hour and then refresh. And there you go. We have 1500 message sent just now. So that's it. In the next video, we will use Azure Stream Analytics to detect anomalies in the vibration signal data. So stay tuned.